guys, what's up? It's Eamon95 here, back with another video, and I am utterly exhausted. So we're going to be reviewing a locomotive. I have not reviewed this locomotive at all yet. This is my Bachmann 060 Prairie. So, this is a really lovely locomotive, one of my actually first locomotives. It's a Bachmann. As you can see, the front cow catcher I did have to replace, and the bell I recently had to re-glue down, so several things have changed with it, as well as I have separately applied metal handrails, which I put on there. Yeah, really gorgeous locomotive, and she runs great. Only problem is she does have a split chassis, so she does have quite a few pickup issues. But either way, let's get her running. Let's actually first get her back over to the front of the camera, and if my cameraman will get a close-up shot of the wheels. There you go. Let's see if we can get her to do a crawl. Oh, geez. Not even at the first tick and she's taken off, but still, that's pretty good crawl. It's slow, I'd say. I mean, a bit fast, but still, it's a good crawl, so let's kick her up a notch. And as you can see, she's not the fastest thing, but she sure does play the part. For a starter locomotive, it is really worth it. And that's max speed right there, so. Not the fastest, but very gorgeous. This locomotive will hold up to quite a bit, so. So yeah, really gorgeous locomotive. If we stop and take a look at the detail, actually. Alright, so detail-wise, as you can see, we have separately applied metal handrails all along the boiler, as well as a really gorgeously molded boiler cap, I believe that's called. This did have a normal straight cow catcher, but now I did have to replace this with just, I believe this is a cow catcher from a big boy stationary model. I'm not sure. Either way, coming down the boiler, you can see we have a sand dome with a bit of paint. I believe that is a sand dome release, or that is a steam dome release. This is the steam dome, sand dome, yeah. Two sand domes right here and here. Two separate releases, smokestack, headlight, which was lit at one point. Now it is definitely not.
You should explain to the viewers what that thing is on the wheels, the one that turns it, the thing that turns it. Wheels. You idiot.
Alright, now we're back. And as my assistant was saying, he thinks my viewers are stupid and don't know what the valve gear here is. But she does have Walshert's valve gear right here, nicely detailed. And if we continue down the boiler, we have this bell, which is plastic and actually pretty badly molded. You can see several seam lines. Not the most attracting thing, but it does the part. And if we come down here, we have the regulator attached to the steam dome, which does have a big crease in the middle. Same with the two sand domes. Pretty ugly, but what can you expect? And we have the whistle, which is also, once again, plastic. Really not good. And we have the dynamo on the other side, which you can just barely not see. So, as for way of detail so far, not the best. Really, actually pretty garbage. But if we take the cab off, here's where it gets atrocious. If we look inside the cab, no cab detail whatsoever. If there is any, you can barely even see it. And now, sadly, I think we're going to move on to the tender, the worst part. So moving the engine out of the way and bringing the tender into shot, if you look, we have actually pretty goodly detailed riveting all along the sides of the tender, the water tank access hatch, and a rear headlight which is not lit, and actually if you look at it, you can see it's really very unrealistic. Same with the two markers on the two sides, pretty badly molded. And you have these hand irons right by the back step, which are very fragile and plastic and tend to break, as mine have. Same with, there used to be a plastic handrail over here, but that was broken off quite easily because, once again, this is an old locomotive. So now if we look at the front of the tender, you can see we do have a good bit of molded on detail. The access hatch for the coal and the two access hatches for the water, as well as two top access hatches. Not much detailing otherwise. We have these little steps all along the sides right here, pretty badly molded once again, and on the bottom we have just a standard underframe, not much detail there. So my scores for this locomotive, I don't know the value, so we're gonna skip that. Detail, gonna have to give this a 6 out of 10. Yeah, a 6 out of 10. Please mind my voice crack. 6 out of 10, really badly detailed, but for performance, I gotta give this a 10 out of 10. No,
I was like a 9 or...
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because you do have to let it run in at first. It's very juddery after sitting still for a while, but that's of course just due to the Bachmann split chassis. Really not sure what they were thinking to achieve there. Also, we do not have any proper bearings or pickups. Just sits in the chassis in square housings, which is really not ideal. And value, I'm gonna have to give this a 7 out of 10. But character, 10 out of 10. It's just such a lovely model, and it just plays the part perfectly. So I'll say she's good. And after a bit of work, she does run decently smoothly. She's relatively quiet too. But like I said, this one just holds its place dear to my heart just because I grew up with this model. This is probably my second steam engine model. It's HO scale. My first model was the Flying Scotsman, my Scotty. But this engine just plays the part beautifully and runs decently well, So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button and subscribe. Sub to Infinite Lives, who was the cameraman for today. And
Hi.
comment below if you regretted his cameraman or absolutely just clicked off the moment you realized he was cameraman. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button and subscribe and blah blah blah. I already repeated that. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.